Hey, get your crock pot out. It's time to cook dinner. And tonight we're having pot roast, but with a twist. That's right, I'm teaching you how to do my version of a Mississippi pot roast. So typically, a Mississippi pot roast is gonna be your chuck roast, seasoned and cooked a certain way, usually served over mashed potatoes. But today, I'm gonna show you how to do a classic pot roast with your potatoes, your carrots, and add the twist. Here comes the Mississippi part. So sit back, do me a favor, watch this video. We're gonna cook dinner together. The first thing you're gonna need to do is grab your grandma's crock pot that you have in the back of your cabinet. Now this is my grandma's crock pot and it brings back a ton of memories. Of course it's scratched and banged up and discolored, but it still works just as good and this meal is gonna taste amazing. Okay, the first thing we're gonna wanna do is go ahead and put your chuck roast in your crock pot. Now, some recipes call that you go ahead and brown it for a few minutes on each side before you put it in. Some people kind of claim that that pulls more flavor out. Our next step is to add our potatoes. Now, I just went ahead and quartered mine. I do quite a bit of potatoes just because I'm a potato lover. Next, you're gonna wanna add all of your carrots. I simply just sliced mine. For our next step, we're gonna add a sliced onion. Now for your next step, you're gonna add half a stick of butter. And I like to just dump it right in the very center, just like that. Now we're gonna take 1 packet of ranch dressing mix. It comes in a powder form like this, and we're just gonna sprinkle it over top of everything. Next, we're gonna add 1 packet of French dip mix. Next, I'm taking a mixture of salt, pepper, garlic powder and kind of mixing it up. I have a total of about 2 teaspoons or 1.5 teaspoons, I'd say, of seasoning here that I just kind of mix together, and you're gonna sprinkle that on top as well. Next, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of beef stock. And then the last step is you're gonna take a jar of pepperoncinis and dump that in there. I like to get all of the juice. And then typically, I don't like a ton of these in here, so I kind of just pick, 4 or 5 out to cook in there and kind of get that juice out of the peppers on top of the juice that was in the actual jar. Okay, now we're gonna put the cover back on there, put your lid on, make sure it's plugged up, because believe me, I've done that before where you think your crock pot's plugged in, you get home and your food's not cooked. Make sure it's plugged in, turn it on low, and let this slow cook for about 8 hours. And there you have it. A good old Southern Mississippi pot roast.